Have you ever actually wondered why you're so miserable all of the time? Well, it's because your inner child was killed. Easy as that. There is a psyop all around the world that just tells you that you should shut up and grow up. When in actuality, what you should do is protect your inner child to the very end. Because that innate sense of wonder that a kid has, have you ever seen how they look at the world with joy, with the spark in those eyes? And you're wondering, where did that child go? Exactly. The school, the workplace, even your friend circles, they all want you to abandon that inner sense of joy and curiosity that a child should have. So I'm asking you, why you as an adult shouldn't be guided but the same sense of joy and sense of wonder around the world, to stop and just admire the things at their present value, at their face value. Because they're always saying, oh, grow up, oh, you're too old for this or whatever. No, like, honestly, f them. Never abandon your inner child, protect it, because what it does, it makes sure that you're able to stop for a moment and admire things and see the beauty in the world. Because let's be honest, the reality is oftentimes very bleak and very monotone. And by utilizing that child imagination, you're able to make it more interesting, you're able to see the details that usually you wouldn't notice. But by having that drive of constantly wanting to experience something more and to be honest with yourself, this is what it means to be alive. The people want to squash you down. The workplace, the school, all wants you to be the same. They've turned being mediocre into a virtue because, well, if everyone is the same, then it's easier to control you. It's easier to make you just basically rely on the propaganda and rely on the narrative they set you in. And I want to say that no, that's not true. You shouldn't believe them. You should nurture this child. You should let it grow beside you. Because there is a difference between growing up and maturing. Maturing is realizing that as a person, as an adult, you have responsibilities. You have to take care of yourself, your family, your loved ones. But it is also knowing that you yourself have infinite value within you. You have this potent fire, and this fire has to burn for you to feel alive, for you to experience life with newfound strength, to push on every day to become better. And growing up is abandoning this fire. It is basically saying to yourself, okay, I'm gonna give up. I'm going to be the same, just as everyone else, and I'm going to hate myself. I don't know, 2 years. In 2 years' time, I'm going to hate myself because I didn't do nothing. I didn't experience anything. Because if you had that child within you, and that child wasn't pushed down no matter what happened, you'd still have that something within you that would see and love world. It would love world, and you would be happier. You would be able to experience now, because we're always living then and later or past. There's no present. We're always thinking about what could have happened, or we're thinking, oh, I'm going to do that in the future. And your inner child is able to stop for a second and consider that this now, if you'll fully immerse yourself in it, you'll have millions and trillions of nows. There will be no past or future to worry about. Of course, I'm not saying you to abandon your plans, but you shouldn't dwell in this perpetual feeling of something that could be or should have happened. I want you to remember that you're able to stop and admire the simple tree, a sunset, a sunrise, a walk that you're doing in between, I don't know, shopping or going to the gym. I want you to breathe in and realize that living is not the same as drifting aimlessly throughout the day. So the next time you're going to go out somewhere, take off your headphones for a minute. And while you're walking, slow your pace by half. Breathe in fully. Let your chest expand and just look around you. Feel the air flowing between your hair. Let your childlike joy overcome this inertia. And I want you to just listen to your heart, listen to this little child, its excitement and its glorious look upon the world and the possibilities that it has, and just appreciate the present, because you never know when it will end, this joyous moment. And by utilizing this in your everyday life, you will be able to slowly but surely build up this confidence of yourself, build up this sense of having purpose, because a child, yes, it has purpose. Its purpose is to enjoy what it's doing, enjoy life, be happy, experience new things. Nurture your inner child and you'll see the inertia, it will fall off. Additionally, if you want, you can also engage your friends in it, the ones that you really, really care about and they are worth it. Take them out to do any sort of activity and just try and slowly influence them and say, let's do something goofy, let's do something we wouldn't usually do. Because being able to experience childlike joy in of itself is wonderful. But you know what is even better and even greater? It is spreading this joy to others, being the influence that you want within your environment, within your social circles. If you're this person with fire within you, with this child, the people will start to realize that, hey, I want to feel like that. I want to be just as happy, just as energetic, just as present in this very moment. First of all, learn how to do it yourself. And then what you can do is take those people that you trust and that you love and try and nurture their child as well. Take it from this rut that they've basically probably dug themselves into, and let this child come out and help them experience the life how it should be experienced properly, with joy, with now, with the present, and with just happiness. Be the change that you want to see, and honestly, the people will thank you for it. Even if they don't realize it right now, the impact you'll have will be tremendous, and it will probably something unprecedented in their lives. I am happy because I was able to do that. I was able to persevere throughout the hardships, throughout whatever was thrown at me, and I didn't let my inner child die. I was always close with it, and I am showing it right now what can be done, that even though we've suffered and we've gone through so much, I am showing this kid right now what can be done. How am I able to experience new things? How am I able to do new things? How I am able to invest in myself, be better every single day. And even if we're put back by some unforeseen circumstances, I am still able to go back to this feeling of everything being okay, because I know that I am no longer overwhelmed by despair. I am no longer overwhelmed by negative emotions for elongated periods of time, because this child just goes back to me and it helps me instead. When I am down, it goes back to me and it just says, why bother living in this misery? Why bother just clinging onto this feeling of inadequacy or just sadness, when you can just stop and follow this call to adventure, this call to seeing the beauty in the world. This is the impact I always wanted to have. And by allowing myself to fully immerse myself in this joy, I am happier. I have overcome the inertia and I am able to do stuff. I wish you the same.